Welcome to Strictly Facts, a guide to Caribbean history and culture, hosted by me, Alexandria Miller. Strictly Facts teaches the history, politics, and activism of the Caribbean and connects these themes to contemporary music and popular culture. Hello, everyone. My name is Alexandria Miller, and thank you so much for tuning in to Strictly Facts, a guide to Caribbean history and culture. It is the final episode of the year, believe it or not, before we go on a holiday break. What a year it has been for Caribbean history and a year for the podcast as well. I figured it'd be a good idea to wrap up 2022 sharing some of the things that transpired this year and what we covered in our second year of the Strictly Facts podcast. In real time, countries like Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago celebrated 60 years of independence, while Barbados celebrated its first year as a republic since ending its constitutional monarchy status with England. We cannot discount the losses we've seen due to either COVID, systemic violence in our region, and even hurricanes and natural disasters like Ian and Fiona, damaging islands like Guadeloupe, Dominica, and Cuba. In that same breath, we also had moments for joy as outside opened back up, which meant a return for Carnival across the Caribbean and its diaspora. We've also had quite the journey this year as a podcast and covered topics as far and wide as the history of Caribbean migration to Panama, the musical revolution of bomba in Puerto Rico, and the rebuilding of St. Lucia after the 1948 Castries fire. One of my favorite episodes this year was our discussion of the Garifuna with Dr. Paul Lopez Oro. I truly enjoyed getting to learn about how the Afro-Indigenous community native to St. Vincent, though forcibly exiled, has maintained a deep-rooted connection of their Caribbean identity, whether in Central America or their subsequent migrations outward to the U.S. These are just some of the most popular episodes this year, and I have quite a bit in store for 2023. In the meantime, before we break, I know most people are gearing up for the holidays, so if you are in a festive mood this season, there is a great episode from last year on the Caribbean holiday traditions that is one to pull up and come again if you're looking for some holiday history. I've linked it in our show notes below for you to check out. Speaking of things to check out, Strictly Facts has so much on the horizon for 2023. I can't wait to tell you all. I am looking at planning out some of our content for the new year, and I'd really appreciate it if you filled out our listener survey. So let me know what you really enjoyed this year, if there are topics or guests you'd like to see in future episodes. I would love your feedback as we learn together as part of the Strictly Facts family. And because it is the season of giving, I'll be giving a gift card as a token of my appreciation to one survey participant. So head to the show notes as well for that survey, and I greatly and immensely appreciate you helping me plan out our 2023 episodes. So to close out, thank you so much for sticking with me for another year in podcasting. I truly love learning and teaching, and I've really enjoyed taking my interest outside of the classroom and having these conversations about Caribbean history and culture with you. I know I'm gearing up for a well-needed creative break for the holidays, and will be enjoying lots of sorrel, family time, and just resting. So I hope you all are able to get in a bit of rest as well, maybe even binge listen and catch up on an episode or two that you missed. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Till we're learning together again, happy holidays, stay safe, and as always, little more. Thanks for tuning in to Strictly Facts. Visit strictlyfactspodcast.com for more information from each episode. Follow us at Strictly Facts Pod on Instagram and Facebook, and at Strictly Facts PD on Twitter.